All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about something huge for all you engineering students out there. And spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with calculus or thermodynamics. We're going beyond the formulas. Okay, so let's just start with a big question. I want you to really think about this for a second. In a field that's packed with brilliant people, what's the one thing that truly makes someone stand out from the crowd? Boom, there it is. It's not just about crunching the numbers and building the thing. It's about being able to communicate what you did, why it matters, and how it works to other people. That skill, that is an absolute game changer. Now, let's be real for a minute. If you're an engineering student, you're probably neck deep in formulas, code, and complex problems, right? It's so easy to get laser focused on the technical stuff that, well, those communication skills can kind of get left in the dust. We call that the communication gap. But hey, here's the awesome part. This isn't some talent you're just born with. It is a skill. And in this explainer, we're going to give you two incredibly powerful tools to help you start building that skill right now. All right, let's get into our first tool. I want you to think of this as a workout, like hitting the gym, but specifically for the analytical, critical thinking part of your brain. So we're talking about the article review. And no, this is not your high school book report. This is not about just writing a summary. It's about really engaging with what you're reading, questioning it, analyzing it, and evaluating it. The source material put it perfectly. You're basically judging it, politely, of course. And believe me, this isn't just some random assignment to fill up your time. Doing this stuff actually builds that critical thinking muscle. It keeps you plugged into what's happening in tech right now, and yeah, it gets you ready for all those reports and presentations that are definitely in your future. And the best part? You don't have to wing it. There's literally a blueprint for this, a clear step-by-step guide that takes you all the way from the title and intro through a solid summary and analysis and right to your own personal take on the whole thing. Okay, theory is great, but let's see this in action. We're going to use a real-world example from our source material, an article that kind of pumps the brakes on all that AI hype you see everywhere. So if you were reviewing this, what would you pull out? The big ideas, right? You'd see the authors arguing that this whole AI transformation is going to be way slower and messier than people think, that just throwing money at it doesn't guarantee you'll get results, and that all the hype, it can actually lead to some really, really bad business decisions. And this right here, this quote is the heart of it all. Technology doesn't fail, expectations do. Man, for any engineer, that mindset is pure gold. It teaches you to be a realist, to stay grounded, and to focus on what actually works, not just the next shiny new idea. All right, so we've worked out the mind. Tool number one is in the bag. Now for our second tool, we're going to switch gears. This one is all about finding and sharpening your voice. And we're going to do this with a pretty cool AI-assisted writing challenge. It all kicks off with one simple but kind of deep question I want you to ask yourself. Why did you really choose to get into engineering? First up, you're going to write your answer as if you're trying to impress your toughest professor. You know the drill. It's got to be formal, perfectly structured, and super logical. Okay, now for version 2. I want you to just forget all of that. Picture this. You're grabbing coffee with a friend, and they ask you why you love this stuff. How would you explain it then? This version is all about being relaxed, friendly, and deeply personal. And for the final version, the lights are on you, you're on a TED Talk stage. Now how do you explain your passion? This one has to be inspiring, bold, and visionary. You're not just telling your story, you're sharing a big idea with the world. But the exercise isn't over yet. Now you've got to put that engineer hat back on and analyze your own work. You're going to systematically compare those 3 drafts. Look at things like clarity, personal voice, vocabulary. Really break it down like a data set. And you see what this does? This whole exercise teaches you something most textbooks just don't cover. Writing is not one size fits all. The key to great communication is adapting your style to your audience and your goal. So let's bring these two tools together, because when you combine them, you're not just doing homework anymore. You're building the exact skill set you need to be a future-ready professional. It really is a simple but super powerful formula. The article reviews, they give you that analytical edge. They sharpen your mind. And those AI writing challenges, they give you communication power. They sharpen your voice. When you have both of those things working together, that sharp analytical mind and that clear, adaptable voice, everything changes. You're not just a student anymore. You become someone who doesn't just solve problems, but can explain them, advocate for them, and lead others. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. You're learning all the incredible skills you need to build the solutions of the future. The only question left is, when you're done, will you be able to explain them?